This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience. So when I, for the first time ever in my life, could afford a Chanel bag, it took years to get there, hard work, but then when it came to that point, I always loved the 255 bag. It was just never available in the constellation that I wanted, and until it then finally was available. But what I want to say is, when I was obsessing with it, and I was obsessing with it from when I can remember about Chanel or about bags or fashion in general, the 255 bag was always up there for me. But I'm noticing that lately it's been getting a lot more respect. A lot more people are talking about it. A lot more people are ready to purchase it because more and more people are realizing that they don't need that chunky, huge logo on a bag. And the 255 bag is all about DNA of a brand. It has no logo on it. Of course, they have added the Chanel signature on the lock, but you gotta look for it to see it. It's not like in your face. So it's a very understated bag, but it's so powerful in its shapes and forms and what it is. You immediately know what it is, and it's been copied like no other bag in history, really. So it's an important bag, and I'm really thrilled to see that more and more people are respecting it, giving it the respect it deserves. It's a very humble bag. I mean, the price isn't humble, but the bag is. And I mean, what Chanel is doing with their price markups with the bags, it's just ridiculous. And I'm out of that game, girl. I'm lucky to have gotten what I could get when the prices were still high, but like not, but now it's like double, triple the price. It's just insane. It makes no sense to me at all. No sense at all. But something good did come out of this crazy price hikes of Chanel all the time. They don't really increase very much the prices for their clothing. And hence, that's why I'm so thrilled to now, you know, if I do manage from all the works and jobs that I do, well, this year was terrible because there was no jobs, but from the past, you know, if I do get money to put aside, now I'm thinking more about the clothing, and I finally get a chance to experience it and love it more. I do love their clothes. And so, and it's a very sustainable way of, because, you know, it costs more, but you treasure it more and you buy less. Just like Vivienne Westwood says, you know, buy less, choose well, make it last. Don't go to H&M to purchase 50,000 t-shirts a year. Buy 2 in 1 year, and those are your 2 t-shirts. But, you know, buy the ones that have the good quality, that you can also wash, that won't just break after the first wash. That there's a lot of things that you can consider. So, yeah, it takes some time, especially when you were younger. When I was a student, I mean, I can't give these tips to somebody who's in their early 20s. Because when you're in your early 20s, you're struggling with school, university, or what have you, and money is always short as a student. So you got to think thrift shopping, secondhand shopping, and then you got to, you know, from time to time go to H&M or whatever. But it's not like you're going to have to do that all your life. Things will change. You will come to a point where you get your first job, and then you get that little first paycheck, and then maybe a bit more money or less, but then you get to put some money aside, and then you get to, you know, think about it. Okay, let me plan ahead. 6 months ahead, I want to purchase something, so let me plan it out. And then it's doable. It takes some time, but then once you do get it, you do treasure it more, and you do wear it more, and you do love it more. It becomes less of a disposable good, but it becomes rather a part of you. And that's what style is at the end of the day. When you appropriate it and you assimilate it, and it becomes a part of you. And it doesn't have to be expensive, mind you. It's just that if you've happen to fall in love with something that is expensive, it's just going to take you a bit more time to get the money to purchase it ultimately. But Chanel bags and I were not like purchasing new Chanel bags for me. No, I believe they have priced themselves way out of the game. It's just not worth it anymore. The last price increase just killed it for me, and not even because, oh, you can't afford it anymore. It's more about like, no, this now has become, what's the right word for it? Ruthless. It was ruthless always, but it's become tasteless. Like, this is just so obviously just ripping you off that, you know, the quality doesn't follow this huge of a markup. And the amount of money that the profit margins on these bags is ginormous. The profit margins on the clothing is much lower. Also on the accessories, much, 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 much lower. Except on some accessories like costume jewelry that they sell en masse, like the double C earrings with the little crystals that always fall off. Those are produced literally by the millions. And they cost literally nothing to make, but the markup is huge because whatever Chanel or any other brand for that matter, let's luxury, whatever product is their best seller, they're going to reduce all around it quality-wise to maximize profits, and they're going to try to push the retail price as high as they can because those are the best sellers. And then there are those wonderful pieces, heritage pieces, that don't get produced in big quantities, so they cost much more for the brand to produce them, and they sell them much less because they're not as popular, so they cannot demand for a high retail price for them. So there are pieces that do not deliver huge margins of profit to these brands. You just got to know where to look. And you got to educate yourself about the brand, the heritage of the brand, what it means, what it represents. And then when you get an eye for these things, you learn and you understand, oh, okay, this piece is more like this rather than that, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, having said that, I have two things that haven't made it yet that I ordered for myself for, well, long story. I'll make a video about it. It's not, I didn't order, I had to order it, but somebody else is getting it for me. It's a Christmas present. Thanks, Mom, by the way. But it hasn't arrived because obviously everything is on lockdown. So in some future video, I will show you these two heritage pieces from Chanel that are arriving that really, I'll talk about the prices as well when they arrive, and you'll be surprised. It's like quintessential Chanel pieces that nobody talks about, that nobody cares to really even look at. But to me, like when I saw them, I was like, oh, this is like COCO made it. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna, I mean, I hopefully I'll get them in the next weeks, but I don't know. It all takes forever these days. Okay, where are we? I now lost the chat. Helen, I know I'm trying to tear myself away. Same dear, our poor eyes. Oh no, from what? Oh, because of the snow? Is the snow irritating? Amen. Oh, amen. Louis says amen, and Emilio's like amen, the Thierry Mugler version. Helen French, I'm doing walking every day. Helen says, don't want to wake up too late. Oh no, smoking nokin. And they don't stand by their costume jewelry. The new ones fall apart so quickly. Not all of it smoking nokin. Not all of it. You got to know what stuff to buy, and buy it only made in France, not made in Italy. If you can. And if you really fall in love with a piece that's made in Italy, then buy that. But Chanel-wise, we're talking. MK says, Dacob, Chanel shot a bullet into its own foot. That's why boutiques have always been empty recently, whereas Hermes is always packed with customers. Just another Roger says, I only own one Chanel bag vintage, and that's a vintage Mademoiselle Turnlock without the CC, only the word Chanel. Proud of it. Melly says, your vintage bag, Roger, is gorgeous. Saw it on Instagram. Brenda says, well, we are in a lockdown situation. Helen says, no, Dacob, it's 2:17 a.m. here. Oh, that's why you're tired, sweetie. Well, you can, if you want, I mean, you can just like lay down, sleep, and just listen to us, you know, blabbering on. That's also an option. Poor Dacob, he must be freezing in the snow. Yeah, I need a coat. I need a coat. Jack Dean says, there's a huge delay with European shipping because of the issues. Oh, with the England-French border. Yeah, because of that extra mutant thing that they had. Pandemic related. Oh no, I said I wanted to say lockdown. Whatever. The ones with the little stones, that's what I mean. Yeah, smoking oaken. The little double C crystal earrings, girl. As ratchet as it gets, you guys. My hair. I'll fix the hair. I only own Jersey 255 secondhand, says Melly. Yeah, but you own a piece of history, Melly, with the 255 in Jersey. Strange times we're living in, says Brendan. Melly says, oh, I can't wait to see the little gifts from Chanel. Aisha says, Dacob, the items you are getting sound very exciting. Love that they will be pure Chanel. Oh, they are super exciting. And really unexpected. One thing one of the two is like an object that I collect that topic without giving it too much away. And the other object is something I've never had before from Chanel. So it's exciting for me too. I hope it's good quality. One of them will be made in Italy for sure, because it's that material they only do in Italy. The other one will be made in France, I hope. Smoky Nokin, your hair looks amazing. They were gorgeous. Thank you so much, Smoky Nokin. Emilia says, am I the only one who thinks that this is the beginning of the end for Chanel? I feel like it's going to lose its popularity after Karl's death. I don't know, Emilio, to be honest with you. I know like this sounds like sacrilege, but somehow I am really feeling what Virginie is doing. Clothing wise, it made Chanel much more accessible to me stylistically than what Karl did. I think because she is French. Don't forget, she's a woman like COCO was. She's French like COCO was. She has that connection to it. Karl is this German dude who made everything a little bit stiff. He had a vision for styling. Designer genius, not so my thing. But she, Virginie, you can like her or not like her, but it feels very Chanel to me. The more it's been only a couple of seasons, but I'm really digging the Metiers collection. Of course, some pieces are hit and miss, but the overall feel of it, it's very COCO and understated to a certain degree. It's a bit snobby because it's not like, not snobby towards other people, but towards other brands. It's saying like, I don't need to be flashy, like Gucci needs to be flashy or Louis Vuitton needs to be flashy to sell. No, it's more, there's austerity in the new Chanel under Virginie Viard. And I'm loving that. I don't know, it feels more strict, not in the shapes and how it's formed on the body. Lagerfeld's clothing for Chanel felt oftentimes very strict, very boxy. Hers flows more. Hers is more Chanel, really, in that respect. We can like or not like the combination of how things are styled. She ain't a stylist, you guys. Whoever was paid to style, some of these pieces are not styled right. But as I said for my live reviews of the past shows of Chanel, you know, under Virginie Viard's direction, a lot of those pieces taken as single individual pieces, they are really good. Just saying. Good night, Helen. Good night, good night. Am I the only one who thinks that this is, yeah. So Robert also thinks it might be the end for Chanel. I'm not so sure. Maybe their sales, maybe their sales will be busted because all of these like crazy people who love the branding, the logo, the nouveau riche, the new rich that love all the branding stuff. Yeah, they can go to Gucci if they want that crap. But Chanel is less about that. It's becoming more humble, more back to the origins, more back to what COCO used to do. And it's not as flashy, but I'm loving the fact that it's not as flashy. That's what Chanel, that's the Chanel I love. Now, I've had my moments. There are some beautiful flashy pieces, especially eyewear, you know, from the 80s and the 90s, from Karl's. Yeah, that's all beautiful, but it's done. It's a done thing. What do you do next? You know what I mean? And I think going back to the roots of tradition and heritage, it's a beautiful thing. And I find that to be very modern, really, because you got new technologies today. So you could go back to the roots, but with new technology, like me eating a Kinder chocolate. Oh. Smoking Oaken. Oh my God, I'm excited to see brooch. My lips are sealed. Franco P. Hi, Franco. Hey, Dacob. Thanks for what you do. It shows you are a genuine, loving, and knowledgeable person. Greetings from Argentina. Thank you so much, Franco. Mucho amor a ti y a Argentina. Oh, Helen says good night, everybody. See you next week. Good night, Helen, sweetie. Hope you sleep well. MK says, Emilio, the beginning of the end is because of the price increase and the quality decreases. Oh yes, I love my bag, says Melly. Don't want anything else but the 255 in Jersey. Thank you, dear, you too. Good night, Helen. Melly, I have seen your bag on Insta, I think, says Aisha. Brandon says, we have to scroll the chat. I don't think it's the end of Chanel. If so, I'd die for a drugstore Chanel fragrance, LMA. You know, Chanel, around the 60s, 70s, 50s, around the 50s, they became almost a drugstore in America. A drugstore fragrance. The prices were very low. And then Chanel decided to take everything out. They made the strategic choice because it became like not a popular brand for fragrances in America at a certain point. For a certain period of time, it was not available anywhere. And all of a sudden the demand started. People were asking, where did Chanel go? Where did Chanel go? And then they started implementing, you know, limited edition here. This is only purchasable there. That's when it all started. So when they brought back Chanel to the stores with a new marketing strategy, then it boomed. Scarcity. Scarcity is the trick. Is the trick of trades. Scarcity. Create artificial scarcity of something that people already know of, and they're going to want it even more. But there was a time when it was very much a drugstore fragrance. Number 22, you could find it in drugstores. I mean, now forget about it. Just another Roger. Gotta go, guys. Was fun picking up some after Christmas sale popcorn cans. LOL. Okay, you go shopping. We might be here by the time you're back too. Brendan says, I'm rooting for Chanel. I'm rooting for Chanel too. Melly says, yes, I do post my 255 once in a while on my Instagram. Yeah, Brandon, you're right. Carl was good during the 80s and 90s. Yes, he was. Aisha says, I actually like those leggings in that last collection. Everyone else disliked them. I mean, it was a moment. But as I said, you guys, it's a thing Virginie likes. She put leggings in the cruise collection like 2 years before that. She put leggings in every collection. She likes leggings. It's her personal touch. And I say, well, let her have it. I mean, you know, let her have it. It's not like she's doing everything else her own way. I'm sure she has a lot of pressure from the top telling her what to do, how to do it. So fine, give her the leggings. Melly says, I think it's another beginning for Chanel. That's a good point. MK says, I agree, Dacob. I've been telling that since the beginning. Virginie is very geek in her design, just like Tarantino. One can feel like she always pays homage to Coco. Karl Lagerfeld sometimes to other stylists. True. Brendan says, rebirth. Virginie's fabulous, darling, says Melly. Fabulous. So, you guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, thumb it up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already here on the YouTubes. You can also become a member. Join the family of the Fashion Bunker and become a member. You get extra perks as a member. Here on the side, you have scrolling all the patrons and the members, as well as super chats of today's live stream, by the way. Remember that also on Patreon, you get the perks that you get as a member on YouTube. Except on YouTube, because of the nature of YouTube, when you do become a member, you also get to use special emojis, and you get the badge of honor, a little perfume bottle that fills up the longer you stay a member of my channel. Now, you can also follow me on Instagram, superdacob all spelled together, but I also have Chanel dedicated profiles that I curate. One is called Coco Chanel is in my house, where I talk about Chanel, the brand of today, the collections, everything that's happening now with Chanel, the brand. And then I also have another Instagram profile called Coco Chanel Privé, all spelled together. That's where you get to see everything that Coco did during her lifetime while she was alive. So it's only posts related to her life, leading up to 1971 January, which is unfortunately the date that she passed away. So I hope you've all had a wonderful Christmas. And I hope that by me also, you know, spending time with you guys, posting every day, it's been more than just Vlogmas. It's been Vlogmas and live streaming every Saturday. I hope that this holiday season in 2020, which is a very special year, more difficult than other years, perhaps even in many ways. I hope that it made it easier to kind of get through this time. You know, it's almost the end of the year as I'm filming this. And I guess like never before, we really learned this year that the only way to survive is love. You know, so Baby Yoda and I say goodbye, and until next time, never give up on love. See you soon. Take care. Bye. Mwah.